A critical gathering as Africa seeks to revive its battered economy. The delegates hail from all over the continent, united in one goal: to change Africa's economic trajectory.
It is increasingly evident that industrial development is not a luxury, but an essential component for our sustained and inclusive economic growth. There is a misunderstanding when we talk about industrialization that actually it might not be for Africa, it's something much bigger than we can grasp, which is not the case. So it's really, therefore, essential that we build a robust industrial sector that can withstand external shocks.
The Ethiopian president also says the narrative on Africa's development should factor in the current trends.
What should exist, really? A political will. There is nothing that can be done. It has been said by all speakers. Political will is at the heart of what we do. They must address these policies and plans, the emerging trends and challenges that are continuously reshaping our continent, and the unforeseen gaps that require policy reforms.
The African Development Bank warns that there are still several challenges affecting Africa's economic success.
Other factors include focus on commodity-led growth, high cost of capital that limits access to affordable finance, weak institutional governance, recurrent conflicts, and political instability, which foster high-risk perceptions by potential investors, therefore limiting capital flows into this continent. High inflationary pressures and forest risks and other compounding effects of climate change and tightening global financial conditions also create a lot of debt vulnerabilities that limit the ability of countries to access capital required for growing industries on the continent.
He says Africa must capitalize on its strengths.
With regard to industrialization and trade, the African countries have really done impressively in terms of setting up the rules of engagement, especially in the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. That agreement is phenomenal in terms of bringing together all the different countries that you have talked about under one umbrella in terms of how to create rules of engagement for trade and boosting intra-Africa trade on the continent.
Meanwhile, Africa's manufacturing value added represented only 2.1% of global manufacturing between 2000 and 2021, the lowest in the world. Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.